to the Viking Home Companion. Today I want to do something a little different. Instead of singing one of my silly Viking parody songs or telling one of my comedic Viking stories, I'm going to do something a little serious. One of my other primary interests in the Norse is in the ancient Norse poetry known as skaldic verse, and in specific the form that is known as the drottkveat stanza. Now, the drottkveat was the formal court poetry that the Norse used to praise their lords, heroes, and kings. And I don't speak Old Norse, so what I've written is in English. Now, there are certain aspects of the form that are very difficult to incorporate when you're doing it in English. So if you know the form, you're going to recognize that there are at least a few of the parts of the form that are missing. But I believe that I've at least managed to capture the essence of the form with the parts that I've been able to keep in. Now, the poetry that I'm going to recite for you was inspired by the shield that you see here next to me. Now, the image on this shield is from the saga of Beowulf. And it is when Beowulf is older and is king of the Geats, and he fights his final battle with the fire dragon. Now, the runes around this shield read, in Danish short branch, Beowulf, best of men, lord of the Geats, no blade can hold his strength, dragonbane. So, the poem that I'm going to recite for you is an abbreviated version of this final battle. Alone the ancient lord offers steel in payment to vile viper seeking vengeance for its treasure. Arms slung iron wall hangs eager for his defense, wielding wicked tongue of war to sated thirsting. Woe the world that lost a warrior of glory, so gains Geldnir's army greater to Valhalla. The grave guardian's rage gathers strength from fury, outcharges to challenge champion of heroes. The gory maw gapes, and ghastly heat rises up, furnace flares and billows forth the child of Surtur. Best of men, mighty lord, master of the Geats, brings to bear strength unknown beyond the child of smiths. Shard shimmer glistening, showered down like teardrops, failed the faithful servant fallen in the battle. Bold Beowulf, ever bane of serpents, trusts now power of his own to overcome the grave lord. Gripping tight grasped hands that Grendel lost an arm to, fire fails the worm, tasting fear within its gullet. Woe the world that lost a warrior of glory, so gains Geldnir's army greater to Valhalla. Kin comes to aid, liege lord, covered underneath the wheel of Hild, held by hands that succor kingdoms. Fierce they fight by will, and fell they are together, yet the worm yields not to yearning death's cold embrace. Cunning serpent strikes and seizes neck, and grinning toothy jaw in triumph, terror grips the kinsman. Brave Beowulf has a bite his own. From scabbard drawn the dagger sweeps and drives away life's sweetness. Woe the world that lost a warrior of glory, so gains Geldnir's army greater to Valhalla. Too late leaves the worm from life and battle gory, poison pulses in the pale throat the Geats' lord. On the cliff's cold barren cairn he will rise above, Bifrost bravely crossing Beowulf to glory.